Hi everyone, so this is MUCIAN from MUCIAN Lifestyle and Girlfriends Production. So today we are going to be learning some of the stuff that you should basically be knowing before you start operating a drone, okay? Because there are several steps that you should be knowing before you do drive a drone, okay? And what should you put into consideration as you do drive a drone, okay? So remember that you should subscribe to the channel, click the like button, comment, or even share to a friend who would want to learn it besides you learning, okay? So endeavor to see that you do the commenting, the sharing, and getting it to reach several people that may be in need of it, okay? So previously I made a video that is basically teaching you how to drive a drone, and that was a Phantom 3. And today I'm going to be teaching you on how to drive a drone, and that is going to be a Mavic Pro, okay? So the other one was white, and I'm going to be linking it up in the app. You will see that video. As I talk right now, it is the one app. So endeavor to see that you subscribe to the channel, you share, so that you do not miss out on more of the videos that I happen to put out, okay? This is the spongy part of it, so it helps you protect it from damage, from maybe accidental accidents and some other stuff, maybe the weather conditions, and that is it basically. So please endeavor to see that you subscribe to the channel so that you see, okay, more of the stuff, okay? So I believe that we have had a look at it. So now let me try to assemble it, then I place it on the casing, then we'll try to look at the different maybe precautions that you should note before starting the driving or before setting it for a flight. So as you see here, this is the drone itself. As you see here, the labels, Okay, so it is a Mavic Pro drone as you see it. Then that is the camera. So that is the camera, and these are the propellers. So I do this to open it like this, then like that. So as you see it here. Okay, so now, so as you see it there. So okay, so after having placed it there, so now we release this. Okay, so most of the times we have a camera holder down here, so I like lost mine, so I usually use something here to protect the gimbal from getting damaged to this side. So then I put it that side, so this protects the gimbal from external damages. So I also put it aside. So now we have it like here. Okay, now before we do the driving, so before we do the driving, as you see it here. Okay, so before we do the driving, what we are going to be doing is to make it stand without this, like as you see it here. As you see it there. Okay, so as you see it there, it needs protection. Okay, so it needs protection. So it needs protection from this reaching the ground. Okay, and raising it to a certain level. So if we are to go back to the casing, we have stands that can make it stand at a raised ground. Okay. So to keep it at a raised ground, I'm going to be getting some other stuff, that is this. Okay, this. So it is going to make it grow a little bit taller to protect it. Okay, from the ground and from the dust that is as it is starting up. So we get it, and now we are going to be placing it on this drone. So we are going to be placing it there. So if we come here and like turn it, okay, and turn it like this. Okay, so we are going to be placing this, okay, here. Okay, so we do this, we place it there. Okay, so you make sure that these teeth have entered into this. Okay, so we place it there like that. Now we come to this front part, these front parts. So we are going to be putting these extensions. Okay, so that is what we are going to be basically doing. So if I come here to the front, and make sure I place this. Okay, I also do the same this side. So you must have to be careful because it can lead to breaking of these legs. So it can lead to the breaking of these legs as you put these extensions. So now, are you seeing that it has risen the drone? So it is at a higher level than it was before. Okay, so now the next step is placing in the batteries. But we've jumped to one step, that is putting on the propellers, because as you keep it in the case, there are some people that do not keep the propellers on, or there are some people that basically do not keep the batteries on, and it is not proper to keep your drone with the batteries on. So as you see these two batteries, so this is how the one that is basically still okay looks like. Okay, it is not swollen anywhere. Then look at it, at these two buttons, this black one and this side. So when you are clipping it on the drone, you have to press them, then clip it on. So we are going to be seeing that. And also remember that when you are putting it on, you just click ta ta. So you click once and you click once, then the second one you click and hold, so it goes off. That is the same step that you do if you are putting it on and putting it off. So I repeat it again. I click once and click and hold. Once, then click and hold, as you see the light. So it has put on. So if I'm to put it off, that is the same thing that I do. I do press, then click and hold, so it goes off. Now when we happen to look at this battery, right now, as you see here, it is swollen. That means that this battery had some damages. Maybe it was charged when it is warm, it was charged when it has some issues. So it is already now dead. That is what I can say. So I'm going to be showing you or telling you about the different precautions that you should put into consideration before flight, and maybe before installing the battery in, or before like recharging it, that you have to put into consideration. So besides that, let us try to put it on the drone. So we come and do this. Okay, so we do this, we hold down so that we do not over press it on the ground. Then we remember to press these buttons. So I press this, as you see here, these teeth that you see on the drone, and this is where they should clip. So if I put it like this, so it has been put. So if I'm removing it, I press these two buttons, one in the side and this one here. So then I press it like that. So let me reput it like that. So it has been put. Now the drone is totally complete and it is ready for what? For flight. Okay, so as you see it right now. So now the second thing that you should do, the other second thing that we should do is so as you see it here, so the same thing that we did. Now look at the propellers. The moment I'm going to be putting it on, they are going to like give you a spread. Then at this back it is going to be lighting. So we remember what we did, we press and hold. Okay, are you seeing that the propellers become stiff? Okay, and we see the battery lighting up, we see now the gimbal rotating, then we also see the back, okay, giving out light. So now we can put it off now. So what we do, we press, then press and hold, and it goes off. So it is off now. Okay. So okay, so fine, well and good. So it is now set up. Now the next thing that we are basically going to be doing is picking up the remote. And no, before we pick up the remote, let me first show you on how to connect to these propellers and how to remove them. Okay, so you look here and see. So if we come back here, when we look at these propellers, we have those that have when you look here, there are no white markers, okay? And besides that, there are no white markers. Let me show you. And yeah, there are no white markers here, okay? And when you look at these, you see these let me show you it here. These go this side like this, as you see here, and these give another direction. Okay, let me see how I would show. Now look here. When you look at this one here, it has a white mark on it. That white mark here. Then as you look at this one, it has no white marker here up. This one has, this one does not have. The same thing here. This one has, this one does not have. So it means that the ones that have no white markers are parallel to one another. Are in line, not parallel. Are in line to one another. So it means that the ones that have no white marker are across each other like this in a line. Are in a line. And also these ones that have a marker are on a line. So if I'm to remove it, I come here and look at these padlocks. So locking it, it goes this side, as you see these padlocks on it. So it means that, so if I do this, you hold it, then you rotate it. Okay? So you rotate it and remove it. So that is what we would do. Okay, are you seeing? So I've rotated it. Now look at this. This is it has a white ring on it, and also this one has a white ring. So it means that these ones match. Okay, and when we look at this, are you seeing this padlock? It shows you to lock it, you must rotate it this side. So it is the same thing that when you place it like this, you look here at these holes. So when I'm to place it inside, so I make sure I place it, and this goes through these holes. This point here enters here into the hole like this. Then after that, remember that if I'm to rotate it, so as you see this part here, this, so it enters in this hole. Okay, and this other part here enters in this hole. As you see, there are 3. These holes are also 3. So if I'm to place it like that, it enters, then I push it to enter inside and lock it like that. So now it can not move out. Then the same thing to these ones, you look at where is it to be locked. So when you go this side, you're locking it. When you go this side, you're unlocking it. So if I press here, then do this, I'm unlocking it. So they are a little bit hard. So that is what you do. So you rotate it to this side, the same thing. Later you want it to do this side. So like that. So I've removed it. So now the same thing you do is to place it looking at these holes. Remember what I told you, that the one that has a ring here, it sits on a propeller that has a ring here that is also the same color. So that is the same thing you do. Remember what we said, that if we have this one that has no ring, you find that the one that is in line with it like this, it also has no ring on top. So the same way you do this, the same way you do this one. This matches with this one, so they are like across each other like this. So we come back and enter this inside. So you have to make sure that they lock inside. Okay, like that. Okay, so now we are ready to go. The propellers have been put, and finally that is it with the propellers, and so we are ready to fly. So now, thank you for staying with us, and thank you for having watched the last part that we were on. So now we are going to the remote. Okay, so we are going to be looking at the remote, how to connect our phone to the remote, and that is it basically. So in this part, we are going to be looking at the remote, and this is the remote for a Mavic Pro. Okay, so this is our remote as you see it right now here. So this is how it looks like. Okay, so then these are the areas that you see here. Okay, as you see it here. Okay, so these are the areas, these are the controllers. Okay, then from the controllers, these are the what? This is what holds the phone. Okay, this is where we put the what? The remote, the USB that is basically to drive, not to charge. So as we connect it, so as you see here, this part here, okay, this bigger part, okay, this bigger part here, when you look here again, here, okay, it is what you put up and you connect it in like that. So it has successfully connected, and this part depending on your phone, so you either get a charging USB, that is this, as you see this here, as you see this here, this is a normal USB cable that you can also use depending on your phone. So my phone is a Type-C phone, as you see that. So it is a Type-C phone, so that is why I put a charger that is basically Type-C, okay, at the end, at its back. So it is what I'm going to be connecting to the phone. Okay, connecting to the phone. But if I'm to charge, the charge option that it has it in the sides. Okay, so it has it in the sides, and if I'm to charge, it means I have to go this side and enter in this back part and charge it from here. So okay, are you seeing that? And then put this into the charger. So this is how the charger looks like. So I put it in the charger here. Okay, so this is how the charger looks like. Let me put the charger here. So here is where we put, this is how it looks like in full. Here is where we put the battery. When we are charging it, we put it here. The battery, we put it there. Let me show you how we do it. So as we have our battery here, are you seeing it here and here? These two parts. So we get them and place it like that. Okay, so we place it like that. So now it starts charging, and you have to keep it for some time after use, so that it cools down, and you place it on the charger. Then you start charging it, and then you put this in the power socket where you pick the electricity from as you charge it. Okay, so now when it comes to the phone, now are you seeing these ports here? Let me put these ports here. So in these ports is where you put the what? Is where you put the USB for the what? For the phone to charge. Okay, as you see here. So if I'm charging, remember I told you that it charges with the type what? A normal charger. Okay, a normal charger. So this is what I press here, as you see. So this is where it has another option where you can even charge the phone from. So, and I bring it in the sides, as you see there on the remote. So let's assume this comes from the power source. So now we are charging the battery and the remote. Okay, as you see it here. So basically that is it. So if we press this here, place. Now let us try to first understand some safety tips, okay, that you should be knowing as a drone operator. Okay, so let us put this one here. So now in this section we are going to be looking at what we would call the must-knows of a drone. So before you operate a drone, the must-knows, the things that you should know. Okay? So the first thing is the legal regulations. Okay? So registration, in many countries you require to be registered, okay, or to register your drone if it exceeds a certain weight. Okay, that is when maybe you're importing it, you have to be a registered company and you have to tell them what are you basically using it for. Like as I told you that we do functions, we do filming, we do movies and many other stuff. So if you're out there and you need maybe training, you need a movie shoot, so contact us. The contacts are below in the description section of this video. And for musicians, remember to join Songtrust. Also the link is in the description at a low price, so that you distribute your music while you collect your mechanical royalties from your music worldwide. The mechanical and performance royalties. The link is in the description of this video. So besides that, you have to know the flight restrictions, okay? Understand no flight zones, such as near airports, military bases, and national parks. You should be knowing that, okay? Then licensing. In some regions, you may need a drone pilot license or certification, especially for commercial use. Okay, let me say, as I told you here, near military bases, you don't need to take your drone there. Near airports, near presidential state houses, unless they hire you to do that specifically. Because if you do it from there, they would intercept your drone and confiscate it for good if they forgive you and they don't imprison you. So you should make sure that you know that. And two, the basic flight skills. So these are the controls on the remote here, as you see here on the remote. So these are the controls that you should be knowing, okay? So best flight skills, controls, learn the best controls, okay? Throttle, pitch, roll, and I'll be showing you this in the meantime, okay? Then you have to practice. Start with slow control movements, okay? You have to start slow. Don't expect you to race with someone who has been driving a drone for several years, okay? That you should keep that in mind. Then the line of sight, always keep the drone within your visual line of sight to maintain control and avoid obstacles. So most of the times when you're just starting, you have to make sure that you see the remote, you see your drone on the remote. You can control it, has GPS, it can come back home when you just press a certain button on the remote there. But you have to make sure that just the beginning, you have to make sure that you keep it in your sight, that you can see where am I going, at what time, at what height I am. Okay, then battery management. These are skills that you should know about the battery management. Okay, so 3, that is basically battery management. So battery life, drones have unit flight times, that is often 20 to 30 minutes of flight. Plan your flights accordingly. So you should watch out for your batteries. These batteries at times they have default issues, okay? So you may put a drone up in air, then suddenly the battery gets finished and it falls down. So you should keep yourself updated with your batteries, basically. And what you should note, because with the experience that I've used to drive drones, you have to make sure that most of the times it is here said that 20 to 30 minutes, but you have to keep it in mind that also the height at which you are flying costs. That is when the battery strains more, because you are using a lot of power, and a lot of power in flight and a lot of power in like connections, okay? So the battery is more drained than when you are at a low height, okay? Then charging, use the correct charger, okay? Avoid overcharging and store batteries in a cool, dry place, okay, to avoid them from getting swollen. Then when it comes to maintenance and safety, pre-flight checks, okay? Always check your drone, okay? Check whether the propellers are well fixed, okay? I showed you on how to fix them. Make sure is the gimbal okay? It has no any fixed stuff in it, because if you don't check it, then it means that you will forcefully operate it, then you have to go to the mechanics, okay? Then firmware updates. Your firmware updated, regularly update the drone's software to improve the performance and security. Then safety gears, use propeller guards. So here we have no propeller guards, okay? Use propeller guards. Then especially when you're flying indoors or near people, okay? Not to cut people's fingers, faces and stuff. But with propellers, on some drones they like make it unstable. So it is that you should know where you're at flying. When you're near people, don't overtake, don't do certain show of stuff that you'll end up knocking people, you'll end up damaging your drone, and some other stuff may raise up. Then weather conditions, you should note about the weather conditions. Wind, avoid flying in strong winds as they are destructive. They destabilize the drone zones. You're trying to like land it here, then you find it being blown to the other side. So especially when you're driving over water, you're making maybe river shots, ocean shots, and some other water body shots, okay? You find that in certain areas there is a lot of wind, so you should avoid those places if you have low skills, okay? So, or if you're just learning on how to do that. So rain and moisture, most drones are not waterproof. Avoid flying in rain or fog. Then when it comes to temperature, extreme temperatures can affect battery performance and flight stability. So avoid high temperatures. Then 6, we are going to be talking about the camera and photography. Okay, gimbal use. Understand how to use the gimbal to stabilize the camera for smoother footage. So you should get yourself used with this button on the on the remote. Okay. Then when it comes to the settings, learn the camera settings. So maybe some other time, or if we manage today, we may look at the camera settings, because as you operate the camera, you should know the ISOs, okay, you should know the shutters, okay, to put in more light, okay, to capture high quality images and videos. Then post-process familiarize yourself with editing softwares to enhance your aerial footage. Okay, just know that. How am I going to be doing the editing and such stuff? Okay, then number 7, navigations and GPS. GPS locks. Ensure your drone has a GPS lock before taking off to use features like return to home. So you can't return to home if you have not put on GPS on your drone. Flight modes. Learn about different flight modes. There is sport mode, tripod mode, and when to use them. So sports mode, it helps you run at a very fast speed. Maybe you are chasing something. Okay, so that is when you use the sports mode. Then this normal mode, the drone is a little bit slow, and we usually use it on objects that are basically not overrunning. Okay, so then when it comes to insurance, okay, liability insurance, consider getting insurance to cover damages and injuries caused by your drone. Okay, please stay. Okay, so now, okay, so besides that, there are a lot of things that you need to know about the drone. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be putting this information just on a link in the description of this video. Maybe if you want more training about the drone, how to operate it, you can contact me, then I can teach you on how to operate it. Remember, we also shoot functions. So if you have a function, if you have a wedding, if you have a video shoot, movies, contact me. The number is in the description. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be sharing more information on more PDFs, and if you have maybe you would want to learn a drone, you can contact me. I'm based in Uganda, then I will teach you on how to drive it, what you should take into consideration before driving it. Okay, so you can book your training, basically, in brief. And if you're out there, you have maybe documentaries, movies, music videos, memory lanes, all kinds of coverages and shoots, contact us. We can help you shoot them, okay, at a certain fee. Okay, so that is it basically that you should be noting. Okay, so now the next thing that we are basically going to be doing is trying to fly it around. Okay, so endeavor to see that you stay along and we try the testing and the making it roll. So okay, so now we are going to be starting the driving. As I told you that we are going to be showing more information about what you should do and what information do you basically need to know. So before you drive this drone, there is an app you need, and basically you need a phone that is having RAM more than 4 GB. So it would at least be 6 GB and above. That is RAM within your phone. Okay, so make sure that you do that thing. Because if you go get a drone and you have a poor phone with RAM, so it means that it basically has nowhere to go. It is not going to get up. Okay, so there is this app that you basically need, that is the DJI Go app, Go 4. Okay, so this app, that app, the DJI Go 4. Okay, that is what you need basically. Hello? Okay, so we are going to be using this app that is basically called the DJI Go 4 app. Okay, so it would help you drive this drone. Okay, that is what you basically need. And now the other thing is, now we are going to be connecting this drone from the, we are going to be connecting the remote to the phone. So you come with me. So we get this, depending on your phone, you get this and place it here, and then this is going to be connected here. Okay, so here, so we disattach it from the charger. So we get it, we first disconnect it here and over here. So we place it like this. Okay, then we turn it to the back like this, and we put this part here connect it there. Okay. Then we get this and put it where the phone charges from, like this, and place it there. Okay, we make sure that it is already there. Okay, then there are places whereby one drone, so you can leave your areas like this. Then there are places where you may find that you have several drivers, so it is better to do this, okay, with your your remote. Okay, so as it is now, so we are going to be using this, and we see what these do. Okay, and this is to record the video, this is for photos, and we are also going to be seeing these, what they also do. This is for the camera tilt, either down or up, and this is also for opening up light, okay, the shutters, not the ISOs but the shutters. Okay, so that is what you should know. So this one is for either tilting the camera to face down or up, and this one is for opening up the shutters, either reducing the light entry or increasing the light entry or decreasing the light the light entry. So that is what you should put into consideration. So I think that is it. Now record and team. Record it. Then when we press this, it is to record, this is to record, and this is to switch from photography or videography. This is for photos, this is for recording videos. So that is it. So this is to record video, this is for photos. That is it. So now the second thing that we are going to be doing is the same thing that we did the other time, is to press this once, then you press and hold automatically. So you see the phone, because it already has that app, you see the phone beeping. So are you seeing that? So automatically the app launches that. So as you see here, so it says enter device. Okay, so now we come to our let me get this. So we come to our drone, as you see it here. Okay, so now we get this button and we press it. Click for a second, then click and hold like that. So now it is ready for the flight. Okay, so as you see here, when I come to my phone, it is already saying go fly. Okay, so as you see here, it is already saying go fly. So if I click in it, so then remove this, are you seeing that my drone is already seeing some stuff? So ignore the update. So make sure that as you are driving, you are going to set up for the driving, you don't update anything. Are you seeing that? So now we already have this. Are you seeing that? So now we can press here and we switch to video mode, as you see it. So now the GPS is already on and our batteries are already full, so you have to look here. For more information, you would contact us to train you on how to do it, on how to drive it. But for now, for this briefly, it means that, yeah, this is the little information that we can give you, that we can offer you. So now, if I start driving, let me get it off the casing, because we already gave it legs to go high. So as you see it here, so wait, the number.
Enziyomba sobola kufuna wenaneddwa. Enziyomba sobola kufuna wenaneddwa. Kujjako nga nkoze nti.
So now, as you see, the drone. Okay. So as you see now, the drone is on and the remote is on, and and here it is basically shown ready to go. Okay, so now the thing that we are going to be basically doing, we get these two buttons and we do this. So now we are ready to do what? We are ready to start off. Okay, so when I press these two buttons again, it goes off. Okay, so if I press these two buttons, it starts. But when I press them like this, it goes off. So ogenda kasitandika ngo crossing over ku join. So I press these two buttons, so it starts, as you see. So it is already even communicating that you can take off. Okay, so it basically means we can now start the what? The driving. Okay, so now so now this first button is to lift it up. Okay, so I'm going to try to lift it up. Right? Lift up. So this button lifts it up. And it puts it down. Up. So what to do? Okay. So okay. So now we press this. So now we are going to be pressing these two buttons, whereby this one helps you either move up or down. Okay, then rotate it to face the other side. Let us try it. So we do this. So are you seeing that it has started? Now the next thing that we are going to do to lift it up. Okay, are you seeing that? So that lifts it up. Okay, so from lifting it up, now we can put it down or make it face the other side, as you see. So the same button that lifts it up, okay, the same button that lifts it up, when you turn it this side, it rotates it. Let me do it. As you see here, it rotates it to face us. Okay, as you see now, so it is facing us. Okay, so now from there we can make it face the other side. Okay, like that. Okay, now from there we can now either use this one to move it where in front, or move it back, or in the side, as you see it. Okay, so basically that is how we control it. Then when we come to these buttons, this one records what? On the video we are tilting it. Okay, we are tilting the camera, as you see it. Okay, now this one helps either to increase the light intensity that is coming in within the drone. Okay, this button here, that is what it does. So let us try it once to lift it up. Use okay.
Waliwo wembadde ngifunidde ng'olinga agiwunziseemu agitunuze kati awo nnyonnyola.
So now we can drive it kati focusinga ku drone nze njegere wano bwogezi. So now we press the upper button, so we can now move it in the sides, we can move it to the front, and then we can land it down by pressing the up button like that. So that is it basically. So now as you look here on your screen, you are seeing the remote. So we bring these two buttons as you see me holding them. So I'm going to press them to come to the down part in this angle. Okay, so if I press them like this, and Yeah, are you hearing that voice? It has told us even to take off. Okay, now I'm going to use this button as I push this up like this for it to do what? To start off. Okay, as you see that. Then when I put it down like this, it goes down. Okay, it goes down. When I push it up, it goes up. So if I do this, it goes down. Okay, are you seeing that? So it goes down. So if I do it again like that, so I start it, then do this to pull it up. Okay, then when I put this in the side, so if I rotate this in the side, so it rotates. Are you seeing that? So it rotates. When I do this again, so it rotates to the what? To the right. Okay, that is to the right. So basically that is what it does. Then if to like, after rotating it to the right, now I concentrate to this button. I can do this to move it to the front. Then I do this to move it to the what? To the back. Okay, like that. Then if I press this button to the what? To the left, I move it to the left. Then if I move this to the right, so it moves to the right. Okay, so if now I get these two buttons like this, if I get this one and put it here, then also do this. Are you seeing? So it's like rotates. Are you seeing that? As it is moving. Are you seeing that? So basically that is it. So for more info, for more stuff, remember to contact us where you can offer you.
Up, down.
Up,
Down.
then down.
In front, left back. Right. Front, back.
Back, then front. Then that is that and this. Then I can have this.
umusupawa akuwalaita umusupawa akuwalaita chitoweo kusaba kusaba umusupawa akuwalaita umusupawa